Hey, how you doing? Long time no see. It's the old man, and he doesn't have his Miss Mirage at the moment. So you're probably wondering where I've been, and that's a long story that we'll give a little bit of information on. But at the moment, this video is about a review of my yak. This is a Tahe SUP-Yak. It is a inflatable stand-up paddleboard or kayak, and I have the two-person model. We'll only be using it in the one-person mode at this point, but we're walking it down to a little spot that gets us out on, I believe it's not the Ortega, but it's Goodman's Creek. I'd have to look again. I get confused. There's three rivers that form up into the Ortega. Goodman's Creek. Maybe this is the Timacoin. No, shoot, I can't remember. Anyways, that's where we're headed, and we're gonna put this thing together, get out there on the water, which is about as close as we can get to right now. But anyways, we'll get into all that when the time comes. But yep, it's a nice morning. There's no rain for a couple hours, so I got time to do this. It is August 3rd, 2021. I think it's been, I don't know how long, almost 2 years since my last video, which is a long time, and I apologize for that. But anyways, we're gonna head on down, do this here little review, and see how it goes. I've got to somewhat break the law actually to get this done, because we're going out onto a dock that the city has kind of closed off because it's in poor shape, because the city won't spend any money to fix it up. We'd rather put a 185-foot stainless steel sign that says Jax, which I have signed the petition to block that. And we could spend the millions of dollars on stuff like what you're about to see. So yeah, it's the way it goes sometimes. One of the reasons why it's closed. Eek! One of the hurricanes come through last year, I believe. It was one of the things that did all this, and again, this is one of the reasons why it's closed, because Joe Public can't, navigate this without big problems. But anyways. Alright. So, one SUP-Yak. Now these things are pretty cool. You can't see me, which may or may not be a bad thing, obviously. Alright, so this is a pretty cool little deal though. Weighs about 30 something pounds. Comes with a pump, 2 seats, 2 kayak paddles that are also convertible to a SUP-Yak paddle, stand-up paddleboard paddle. So, got all this stuff here, including our handy-dandy centerpiece, vest in case the Marine Patrol comes by, seat. Comes with 2 of these and a footrest, which is very important. We have bug spray, which is also very important. It's Florida. Comes with this pump. Okay, now I have pumped this thing up, and I'm here to tell you it takes about 200 pumps from start to finish, and if you do it, by the time you get done pumping, you don't really feel like going kayaking anymore. So we have You can buy the cordless electric pumps or the ones that plug into your car and all that stuff, but I happen to have this little tool that I bought at Home Depot on the clearance rack for like 10 bucks. Not an exact fitting, but it gets me about 3/4 of the way there, and then 40-50 pumps, and I'm good. Doesn't take a whole lot of pressure, but this thing is pretty cool. And let's roll it out here. Alright, so alright, that was 80 pumps. Whew, that was a lot of work. I don't feel like kayaking now, but definitely would invest in one of those cordless pumps. This thing's convenient. Got a gauge on top there for you to use so you know when you're filled up. Anyways, then step number 2 is put your seat on. So yeah, footrest webbing all along the side, man. Convenient. Bungee front and rear. Okay, so yeah, the whole thing works really well. So get our seat. Something probably about shot. In to the water we go. So, just my personal opinion, I prefer the kayak mode. Although it is nice to be able to stand up and shake the butt off. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm not a, it's very stable, but I'm just not a stand-up guy, I guess. Oh, that sounds bad, doesn't it? But I'm not a SUP guy. How about them apples? I'm a yacker. In more ways than one, huh? You know, I don't really care what I'm in. I just like being out on the water. I swear I think I could be in a rubber tub or a bathtub with a rubber duck, however you want to put it. I really don't care. I will say one thing about this. If you have to fight wind and or current or both, you are in sad shape is all I can say, because being so light and sitting so high up on top of the water, it does not do well. I'm working into a little bit of, I might even have a little current here. I definitely am against the wind, and you know, I'm not making that great of progress, let's put it that way. Love to put a little trolling motor on this thing, and may end up doing that at one point. Be a cool thing to have. It definitely extends your range if you're not one of those people that can do this all day, you know, which I am not. But yeah, super nice out here. The more weight in it, the better it'll do. Having a second person, you know, like I said, this is the first time I've ever actually soloed it. And first couple times we tried it, we always seem to end up coming back into the wind and current. And it was a battle, you know. You got to work it. You can't really rest, or you start backtracking. But still a very cool toy, especially for like lakes and whatnot. Intercoastal is difficult because, you know, you got a lot of current there and all that stuff. But man, super nice, even if it is a mostly cloudy day with lots of rain coming later. That's about all the review, you know, just to touch back on what's happened to me over the last couple of years. A little bit of a sad but common story. After that last one, when I got a chance to say goodbye to my mother and my father, the only way I can describe it is a bit of a midlife crisis, you know. Suddenly, here you are looking at yourself, pushing 60, you know, and your parents are gone, and, you know, your brain does funny things sometimes. You know, it's a super common story, but, you know, I ain't gonna go into any real big details on it. But the upshot of it was I no longer own Miss Mirage. I sold her to a nice young guy who went and lived on it, which was pretty cool. Went and lived aboard it, and actually ended up moving down into the Fort Lauderdale area. He was a chef, a cook, and yeah, cool dude, you know, and I wish him well. I think he's really going to have some fun on that boat. It was a good boat. I am going to get another Miss Mirage. I'm going to get a bigger Miss Mirage, because I did find that, as you know, on that trip when I tried to come back out the St. Augustine Inlet, wind and wave action was just really, you know, I know that boat can do it, and if I'd have bore off and took a different direction, I could have obviously made plenty of sea room and all that stuff. But I can see where, you know, displacement and water line, there's no substitute for them when it comes to being out on the ocean. So I'm going to shoot for something bigger next time, maybe in the next year or so. I'll try to make another video or two in the meantime. Maybe I'll go look at a few boats and, you know, do some reviews of that or something like it, you know. But yeah, you know, all is good, you know, on the home front and all that stuff. Health is still good, besides the usual problems that beset an old guy, you know, achy joints and other things. But, you know, that's enough about that. Give you a little glimpse here. Look, I need to go rescue that balloon because it doesn't need to be here. That says happy birthday on it. People, don't pollute. I'm gonna go get it. Hooray! I'm about to crash into shore now. Hold on, balloon. Come back. Help, help. All right. Should we do it?
I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but it sure is fun to do it, isn't it?
It doesn't taste good though. Probably not good for me.
And yet we're gonna do it again. That's right, folks.
All right, enough fun. That was nasty. I don't know how old that thing was. Didn't look that old, but hopefully I'm not going to die from it. Or pass out. Float out to sea like Nemo. No, he didn't float. He swam. Anyways, we're going back to the dock now. Now that we've had our fun. Alright, we're safely back at the dock, and I'm going to break it down. Let me get set up and I'll drag it up on here and break it down, and the teardown's just as easy, probably half as much time as it is to set up. I mean, that didn't even take 10 minutes to set up, and I probably won't take 5 to break it down. But let's get it on. By the way, these fins that are attached are solid as a rock. You can stand on them, as you saw, sit on them while it's still on a hard surface. Very well constructed. I expect this thing to last for several years at least. This is also adjustable for your height, okay? It's even got the height on it so you can know approximately where you want to put it. Everybody's a little different, of course, but another handy tool. And there you are, ready to go. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't know when I'll make another one, but like I said, another Miss Mirage will be coming, and hopefully not before 2 more years go by, but you know, life happens, people. So hopefully I'll find something else interesting to make another video about, and in the meantime, keep sailing, get out on the water, do whatever it takes to find your peace. That's what I say, you know, find your little peace of mind. And old man Mirage, over and out.